Hawaii, an island alive with rich culture and stunning landscapes. But this isn't just another tropical paradise. It's a home, deeply rooted in traditions, resilience, and respect for the land and its people. On this journey, we'll dive deeper, exploring responsibly, embracing authentic experiences, and listening to the voices of those who know this island best, the locals. Join us as we connect with those who call this place home, not just as travelers, but as guests invited into a community rich with history, pride, and aloha spirit. Welcome to the island of Oahu.
Alright, so this morning we're headed out to North Shore along the eastern part of the island though, so it's a little bit more scenic, which is great. We had a couple of plans this morning that we decided to push off to another day, which was like Diamond Head hike as well as Manoa Falls. So we decided to just take the day and kind of just drive around and kind of just explore and see what this eastern side of the island gives us. And we're blessed, luckily, with this whole trip so far that we've been here, as well as like today. Amazing weather. It's not too humid. The sun's out. The only thing we do have planned today is we're going to meet with someone that Jonathan was able to connect us with. And
one of my really good friends in LA, Arnez, connected me to her. She's going to be out there on their Outrigger with her and her team. Yeah, she's going to give us maybe like an hour or so to like just maybe interview and then maybe get some footage of them getting started, getting their outrigger ready, and they're gonna go out into sea and see. I'm not sure if they're gonna let us or let you, Eric, go out there, but
I'm excited to see it nonetheless. Like, I think it's gonna be cool to kind of experience it as a local, not just one of those things you would book online to do an outrigger activity, but to see locals actually do it themselves and kind of what they do it for and kind of what it means to them. So I'm excited to meet her. And
Our original plan was pretty ambitious. We were heading north to spend the day exploring Oahu's famous North Shore, checking out scenic hikes, covering some of the surf scene, and of course, hitting up the food from the legendary food trucks and obviously Matsumoto's. But as with many adventures, things don't always unfold exactly as planned, and sometimes that's a good thing. We kicked off the morning cruising along scenic Highway 72, and quickly discovered that there's truly something special about this drive. The road winds beautifully between lush mountains and dramatic coastal views, making you feel instantly connected to the island's natural charm. We didn't rush it. Instead, we embraced the journey, pulling over at scenic lookouts, capturing some photos, and simply just taking in moments to appreciate the landscape. Eventually, we did get kind of hungry, so we rolled into Kailua and visited a spot called the Hibachi. This family-owned restaurant had been serving incredible poke for about 15 years and has become a beloved staple for both locals and travelers. If you ever find yourself in Kailua, I would say that this is definitely a place you should stop in for some food.
so, change of plans again. Of course, the plans were to go to North Shore along the eastern side, but we were stopped by many beautiful, beautiful spots that we wanted to just stop, take photos, get some videos, and just enjoy the time. And by the time it was going to take us to get to North Shore, it was going to be too rushed, I think, to make it back down to meet with Kiwohi. So we decided to just stop over here in Kailua, get some poke. We're gonna go to Lanikai Beach. Our thing was we just wanted to relax. We wanted to relax and enjoy ourselves and not be so rushed throughout the day. And so we're going to go to the beach and just enjoy this. And yeah, we'll meet you at the beach, and then we're gonna go and meet Kiwohi later.
I'm just thinking about the poke. That's
Just
right next to me.
It looks delicious.
Oh my God.
Don't eat
Got
my
it.
poke.
Huh?
Don't eat my poke, Jonathan. It was Jonathan's idea to go have lunch on Lanikai Beach, known worldwide for its turquoise waters and postcard-worthy white sands. But we quickly learned a valuable lesson. Parking at Lanikai is notoriously difficult. Even on weekdays, if you don't arrive before 10 a.m., your chances of finding a spot are pretty much slim to none. We circled the parking lots several times, hoping our luck might change, but eventually we realized that just wasn't going to happen. Thankfully, Kalama Beach was just a few minutes away. Do be prepared though, because the parking lot in Kalama Beach is very, very tiny. And you can park in some places in the neighborhood, but if you do, please be respectful and mindful of where you park, that you're not blocking somebody's driveway or on somebody's property.
100, go right 100 feet to
messed up. Your GPS is wrong.
Yeah, Howley, get out of here.
As we relaxed at Kalama Beach, it became clear that we wouldn't have enough time left in the day to truly experience all the North Shore has to offer. We actually had to be back in Honolulu to meet up with the canoe instructor in the evening. We did realize that the North Shore isn't a place you just quickly breeze through. It deserves a proper visit, full attention, and plenty of time to explore its hidden gems and surf culture. So rather than rushing through and risk missing out on the essence of the North Shore, we decided to save it for another trip, one where we could fully appreciate and experience everything at our own pace. Sometimes the best choice is knowing when to slow down, adapt your plans, and enjoy what's in front of you right now. So here's to flexibility, great local food, and remembering that the journey itself truly matters as much as the destination. And with that, we are on our way back to Honolulu to meet up with Kiwohi, a Native Hawaiian paddle instructor eager to share a tradition that has been part of the Polynesian culture for over 2 millennia.
Kiwohi?
Hey, aloha.
Good aloha. Good to meet you. Did you grow up here on Oahu?
Yes.
You did?
So I'm born and raised here
Okay.
on Oahu. Up there on the hilltop near Punch Bowl, Hawaiian homestead called Papakolea.
Oh, okay. Nice. And then
Yep.
so, have you ever lived outside of the island, or have you always been on Oahu?
I have.
Okay,
Shortly after finishing my undergrad, I lived in San Diego for a few years.
Okay.
And then I moved back home.
So you know SoCal. How long did you last over there before you're like, nope, I've got to go back to paradise?
Barely 4 years.
yeah.
Yeah,
Good.
yeah.
That's
Then,
enough.
It was time to come
That's
home.
enough.
Yeah,
Good.
yeah.
So you're showing us kind of the outrigger experience. How long have you been doing this?
So I paddled when I was in high school.
Okay.
But recently, after my kids kind of, got older and I had more time, then I came out. I always wanted to get back into the wa'a, yeah.
That's amazing. And you're so blessed with, this is such beautiful weather today.
I'm glad you like it.
I know.
I ordered it just for today.
Yeah, perfect.
Yeah.
Perfect. This is great. So you've been doing it for a while, and then you paddle how often?
Well, right now we're in off season, so we paddle 2 to 3 times a week.
Okay.
But when we're like in regatta season or even long distance, we paddle almost every day.
Every day?
Almost every day, yeah.
But still, 2 to 3 times a week when you're off season is still pretty good.
Yeah.
And so when you paddle out to 2 to 3 times a week, how often or how long of a training session is that?
Sometimes we'll just, depends what we're working on. We'll stay inside, work on technique, do some sprints.
Yeah.
If not, we'll go out past the reef, sometimes out to Diamond Head. That's our long run.
Really?
Yeah.
So, and then that would take how long? Like a couple hours?
About an hour down
Okay.
and an hour back.
Oh, wow. So you're training a lot then.
About 10 miles.
And then so you said when you're in regatta, you're doing that 5 to 6 times a week?
Oh, well, in regatta season, we do
every
more
day.
sprints.
Oh, okay.
So it's shorter distance, but just a lot more rigor. Yeah.
So would you mind actually showing us a little bit about these outrigger canoes and kind of explain the different variations there are? Because it looks like there's multiple types.
Sure.
As well.
So this is an outrigger. An outrigger canoe can be either a 6-man, which you see right here.
Okay.
You'll also often hear like a OC1, which is something like that.
Okay.
We have some of our paddlers right there in the OC1.
Wow.
That's a 1-man. And then we also have canoes that have 4 seats.
Okay.
And we also have a 2-seater. So there's different variations, but anytime you hear an OC, it's an outrigger canoe. And then the number after will be how many seats are in there.
Oh, okay, that makes sense. That makes sense. So and then now your club is named
Nahuapili Okekai.
Okay.
We're just chartered last year in Okra.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so
Nice.
we're excited.
Yeah.
But we are a branch off of New Hope.
Okay.
Is really our sister club.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How many people are in a club?
It depends. Like some clubs are smaller. Ours right now, we might have about maybe 40 to 50
Okay.
people. New Hope is larger,
Yeah.
closer to like maybe 100 or more.
Wow.
And then you have some of the larger clubs here on this side and some smaller ones on that side.
Wow.
Yeah.
So what do you like doing, or do you do a 6-seater? Do you do a 4-seater? What's your typical one that you usually do?
So what I'm used to, like I grew up in an OC6.
Okay.
So that's how you kind of learn, because you learn by following. Of course, we have coaches that coach us along and kind of teach you before you get in.
Yeah.
But the 6-man is usually where you start.
Okay.
Yep.
Because you have a team with you as well too.
Yes.
So I imagine that with a team, everyone plays a different role on that.
Yes.
So I guess what is your role? What
I think.
what does your role become now? Yeah.
For me, I started off kind of in the back, following. But as you kind of learn different strokes, different ways of paddling, then you kind of move up forward.
Got it.
Yeah.
So is like typically the leader in the front?
Yeah. So
and
right
they are the
now,
ones-
I typically am a seat
Ooh,
one. So
wow,
I'm
okay.
a stroker. But
Yeah.
I had to learn and
Yeah.
work really hard to get there. And a lot of my coaches,
Yeah.
yeah, we have really great coaches.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
How long on average would you say it takes to get to seat
Oh
one?
gosh, I recently came back to paddling, so maybe like almost 3 years.
3 years. Wow.
Yeah.
Wow, that's amazing. I guess one of the tough things, is navigating. How do you navigate when you're so far from any other piece of land?
Well, thank God for technology today,
Yeah.
right? But back in the day, like our ancestors navigated day and night using the stars. Yeah. So this year, I believe Hokulea is celebrating 50 years. Yeah. So wayfinding for us was almost lost.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was almost lost. But our master navigator, Nainoa Thompson, found Papa Mau, Hiailug, down in Palau.
Okay.
And he came over and he trained
No kidding.
our people. Yes.
On wayfinding. Navigation.
On
Oh, wow.
Polynesian wayfinding. Yeah. So we do. We take out the double hauls a couple times a year, if not more, to that island there because a lot of trash piles up on the backside, and so we have to go clean it up and bring it back. So
Just washing up on?
yeah, it washes up on the backside
Got it.
from the currents. So yeah, our military, like I said, come down here. They do team building. We also do, gotta give back.
Kuliani?
Yeah, kuleana.
Kuliana,
Yeah.
like responsibility,
Our
right?
responsibility, yes.
Yes. So that's what stuck out to me, and I think we as tourists have a responsibility to make sure that we are talking to people who live here and getting to understand what it is that's important for you guys,
Yes.
for the local people. So, yeah.
Thank you. That means a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, it means a lot to us.
I feel like there's a lot of tourism. Of course, Hawaii thrives off of tourism, but with all of that tourism, I feel like there needs to be
A balance.
balance and guidelines and protocols that
Right.
everyone, not just Americans, but everyone in the world that flies here, that
Right.
need to pay attention to and be respectful.
Right.
Be respectful. I think that's what it comes down to. And what makes it easy too is the people of Hawaii is so beautiful people, beautiful personalities. It's just so welcoming.
Hospitable, yeah. Like we've
Hospitable,
known
yeah.
each other for half an hour, like seeing each other.
Yeah.
We already have that,
Yeah.
Ohana,
That's the aloha spirit.
The Aloha spirit, there you
That
go.
I love it. Yes, I love it.
The aloha spirit.
I love it.
Yeah.
So I know this might be a little bit too much to ask too, but would you actually mind if we join you?
Oh, not at all. Yeah. You
that's
guys
good.
up for it?
Yes, totally.
Yeah.
If you don't mind, that'll be great.
Awesome.
would
Yeah,
love
no,
to. It's
let's
a beautiful
go.
day. I would
yeah,
love to
let's go.
see.
You guys can jump in.
Yeah, first
Let's
time doing
jump
this
in.
ever, so this will be great.
Yes,
So thank you
let's
so
do
much.
it.
Let's do it.
You can see we have a large group here today, so we got a lot of stuff going on, okay? But before we start anything, the most important part of today's practice, okay, is not only that she's a great paddler here, she's been here a long time, but it's Genesis' birthday today.
Happy birthday to you. Woo! Happy birthday
Ho'omalu kako, e kia ko mana loa, mahalo nui o kia la, mahalo nui na po mai kai a pau, mahalo nui ka manawa hike mako ke a koko mai nei mako kaina ni loa. He noi haa kia noho pu me mako pa kahi a pau, e hiki ke hoi me ka pono, a hoi mai me ka pili kia ole. Makainoa ka kiki hiwa hiwa a mako e pule nei, and everyone says, Amen.
Kekela, thank you so much, brother.
Okay, so the stroke we're gonna work on today, there are many different strokes. But right now, the stroke that we're learning is from one of our coaches from Tahiti. So the stroke okay.
Twist that body. Use those legs.
Once we were out on the open water, we quickly realized that this experience was going to require each of us to play our part. Everyone had a specific role, whether it was coach steering from the back, Kiwohi setting the rhythm up front, or us in the middle matching paddle strokes. The views of Oahu's coastline were spectacular, especially as the sun dipped lower in the sky, casting golden reflections across the waves. But what stood out even more was the connection we felt, paddling together and moving as one unit. It felt extremely rewarding to find our rhythm and to realize how quickly teamwork could turn an activity into an experience we'd always remember.
That was an amazing experience. Like we had such a good time with that. We did not know that we were gonna go as far as we did, and what I took out of that was teamwork. I thought, like, no one said a word on the whole paddle out there, and the whole time I was just focused on the person in front of me, just going in and out at the same time, going in and then just listening for cues to go switch up and everything like that. So that was an amazing experience, and I appreciate you for leading us going out there like that, and I appreciate you for teaching us and even just being so open to take us out there with that. But I guess
My pleasure.
Yeah, with
pleasure.
that, like, what do you? Like, I'm jealous that you get to do that so many times in the waters over here. But like, now that you've done it so many times, like, what do you get out of this? Like, what? Yeah.
Well,
what do you get out of this?
I'm glad you got to experience that because, as you can see, everyone in the boat has their job.
Yeah.
Whether you're stroking, whether you're in 3 or 4 at the powerhouse, whether you're navigating as a steersman, like everybody in the boat has a job. And if you all do it together, the boat moves together and you reach your goal.
Yeah.
So our goal was to go out, have a nice time, and come back in safely.
Yeah.
So that's what our prayer was about earlier.
Yes.
Yeah, that we go out, enjoy our time together on the water, just kind of respect our space and each other, and come in safely.
Yeah, it was amazing. I mean, there was a moment on there where I think I splashed myself with seawater right in my eye, and it was burning because it's so salty. But the whole time I was like, "Don't stop!" Like, I don't want to fail everyone, you know. I don't want to let anyone down. So the whole time I was just going with one eye open. But it was just.
That's exactly how teamwork is.
Yes,
though, right?
exactly.
Like you don't want to give up. You want to keep going. You want to like persevere, and you don't want to let your team down. So whether we win or lose, like everybody on this beach here, all the clubs on this island, like we all compete in fun. But really, we're perpetuating Huiva'a. You know, we're perpetuating this craft of our ancestors. So
It's all about passing on knowledge, preserving heritage, and keeping the spirit of adventure alive. From traditional navigation practices to the modern sport enjoyed across the islands today, every paddle stroke carries the legacy and courage of those first explorers. It's not just about competing, it's about honoring where you came from and celebrating where you're going next.
What just happened, guys?
I know. It was. Oh my God. Crazy. We went in with no real expectations. We knew we were going to meet with Kiwohi, and she was amazing. We thought we were just going to do just an interview with her, just kind of get a little bit more about the Outrigger history, about her, how long she's been doing it, and stuff like that. And more than willing to have us on board and have us for this, what, maybe 40 minutes? 40-minute ride?
Yeah.
We went about 4 miles. Every person had a role, and we had to stick to that role and kind of just, if you get tired, you kind of don't even want to stop. Anything, just a teamwork effort, and I think that's what I took out of it, at least.
Yeah.
What do you guys think?
Oh yeah, same thing.
Yeah, I did not want to be the weakest link, which I was.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, and I think that's what they instill here, you know, that we're all part of a community, you know, and then you're only as strong as your weakest link.
Yeah.
So,
and what
yeah.
was so beautiful was kind of like everything leading up to the moment of going out too, right? Like I thought everyone kind of hanging out and just kind of already instilling the teamwork, kind of doing a little prayer before even going out there, and everyone again have their crew assignments and going out together and experiencing that. So it was mind blowing. I got more than what I expected out of that, and it was. I think we were just all so blessed to have experienced it. So now, after a 40-minute workout, it was definitely tough, but fun. It was such a fun experience to do that by the airport with the sunset on a clear day. It was awesome. But now we're gonna treat ourselves to some dinner. We're gonna get some what?
Katsu.
Katsu.
Katsu. Where?
Ginza Biden.
Ginza Biden. So we're going there, and yeah, we'll show some footage of what we're about to eat there. Chats. Aloha.
Afterwards, feeling both accomplished and hungry, we headed to Ginza Baren in Waikiki. Known locally for its amazing pork katsu, perfectly crispy on the outside and juicy on the inside, it was the ideal way to end our active day. As we shared a meal and recounted the day's adventures, we were slowly getting ourselves hyped for what we had in store tomorrow. In our upcoming episodes, we are diving deeper into what makes Oahu unforgettable. So stay tuned, there's plenty more to discover here on Oahu. See ya!